So there are two branches of statistics. One is called descriptive statistics, which is where we just organize and state facts about the collected data. The other is called inferential statistics, which is where you analyze and interpret the collected data to make an educated guess or prediction about a larger group than we have data for. Okay, so the root word in descriptive statistics is describe, so that's what we are going to be looking at in the first few chapters, is where we're just going to describe the facts about the collected data. The root word in inferential is infer, which means we're going to be making educated guesses to a larger group than what we have data for. Again, some things listed above with making predictions. First, we need to look at descriptive statistics, since we will use descriptive stats when making inferences. So to understand how to create descriptive statistics and then conduct inferences, there are a few definitions that we need to look at. Note, many of the words that are defined have common definitions that are used in non-statistical terminology. In statistics, some have slightly different definitions, although most of them are pretty common sense definitions. It's important that you notice the difference and utilize the statistical ones in this course. So the first thing to decide in a statistical study is who you want to measure and what you want to measure on those objects. You always want to make sure that you can answer the question of who you measured and what you measured. The who is known as the individual, and the what is known as the variable. So here come two more important definitions that we are going to use throughout the course. So individual, when we think of that in everyday language, means one, a single thing. So this is a person or object that you're interested in finding out information about. And then the variable is the measurement or observation recorded for each individual. So when we think about the variable, we have to take it back to each individual. Oftentimes when we read studies, there will be some summary information for the entire group of data that was collected, but when talking about the variable, we're looking at what we recorded for each individual in the study. So in every statistical study, there is some underlying whole group of objects that we're interested in, but many times due to financial constraints, time constraints, or common sense, like we don't want to crash test all of our cars, or then we have no cars to sell in the end, we end up collecting data for a smaller group.